Roger. Enemy is...
Welcome to the Blackhole Bullchat. I'm Special Agent Chet Masterson, cult sign Phoenix. I am from the Space Alliance North Quadrant, sign 37896. Chet Masterson is here to bring you the intel. So we hope you enjoy tonight. Thanks everybody. I see everyone filing into the chat here. Wonderful, wonderful. Really appreciate you guys coming by. I'm going to go ahead and start things off because I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions. So, looks like Sex Ninja asks, what's the deep state and how deep does it go? Well, the deep state, it goes really deep. It goes so deep. Sex Ninja, it goes so deep and hot and moist, you get lost in there forever. And it's not a good thing because the teeth come lashing out. And they begin to bite you, and you begin to cry, but there's no one to listen. The deep state is where trillions of your tax dollars go to weird scientific research that goes beyond your mind. Nothing you could possibly imagine. I've seen things your worst nightmares seem to kick out because your worst nightmares are scared of it. So, all right, Sex Ninja, thanks for the question. Two Socks Timmy asks, do you believe there is life out there? Well, little Timmy, Two Socks, that reminds me, there was a time on Jeknek 7. It's a planet just outside of the Pluto range in our own solar system. You haven't heard of Jeknek, but it's out there. And I was in an alien prison. All I had was 2 socks. Oh yes, you have to keep yourself occupied. With one of the socks, I made a sock puppet. And you just have to understand you have to do something to keep your sanity because all the prisoners in that jail, well, they're aliens and they can read your mind. So occupy your mind somehow. The other sock, oh, well, I don't really want to tell you what we did with that, but trust me, we had to throw it away. Yep. All right. Oh, we have another question from the chat. This is from Dat Butthole, and he asks, has anyone ever gone into a black hole? Very good question. Very good question, Dat Butthole. Well, has Leslie Jones ever eaten anyone? Kind of the best way for me to answer that. Chair in the Corner asks, what do you think of Star Wars? Well, chat, there's a real war out there, and it is a serious war among the stars. The Alien Alliance is real, and you should believe in it. I have been in Star Wars. And among the stars, let's see, there was Kanye and Drake, a whole bunch of crazy people out there. And then there's the lens flares that are constantly battling to be the biggest and best lens flares in J.J. Abrams movies. Those are some pretty big Star Wars. But I'm kidding. There are real Star Wars, and you should definitely be afraid. They are large. I'm going to tell you, there was one time on the moon of Titan, I was trying to work with some operatives, and we were trying to get some information out of an alien that can form into other beings, look the same, chameleon type stuff, really crazy morphing ability. And let me tell you, those Star Wars can change a man. I'm talking me, the boy, 2 droids, no questions asked, kind of weird. So, yep, the Star Wars are real, and I have the scars to prove it. Emotional scars. Oh, I'm okay. I told myself I wouldn't cry. Okay. So yes, the Star Wars are real, and that's that. So D's Nuts 2 asks, what do you do to prepare for operative work? Well, when I get up in the morning, I tell you what I do, son. I piss excellence. And unlike you, who probably grabs a cup of milk, I get a bourbon and coffee. And that's what I call starting your workday. That's how you do it, buddy. Sometimes I go for a run. Maybe 1 or 2 runs in the morning. Sometimes I'll run to the liquor store. Maybe run to the grocery store. Definitely run by Starship. It's this little place near me. It's quite awesome, actually. You can get all kinds of stuff. Handcuffs. Okay, let's see what else. Shirtless Shirley. Are lightsabers real? Well, yeah, I mean, sort of. What with all the energy efficiency laws and everything, the lightsaber just doesn't really cut it like it used to. No pun intended. We tend to gravitate toward the heavy sabers. Just to let you. Also, if you're ever on Malachor 6, you'd never want to run across a lightsaber toothed tiger. Those things are crazy. 6 legs and glowing teeth. Very painful, very scary. So, all right. Let's go in here to the chat. Mr. Malarkey, can you tell a male from a female alien? Not always easy shaking tentacles and hands, because you never know which one's a tentacle and when something might be a, you know what I'm saying. You've got the reptilians who can change and morph into other beings, and you never really know, do you? You never really know. And then you have, let's see, you got the Anunnaki, you have Nordics, gray aliens, are actually sort of like an android. They aren't real. They're not made of flesh, but they're not made of electronics or mechanical things. And not metal. It's a strange substance they're made of, but think of them as an android of some sort. So no penis there, buddy. But thanks for asking the question. Of course, I will say this. I don't know if you've seen the movie Aliens, but Xenomorphs. Those really exist. The Xenomorphs are out there. And believe it or not, I have a friend named Bill. A Xenomorph that's named Bill. He's a great guy. Bill's awesome. Real good at golf. Frisbee golf. And, you know, he's a cool guy to hang out with. But when he gets hungry, he's sort of a dick. You guys got to come in this chat. Look, oh, hey, I got a super chat. Nice, nice. We'll get to that in just a second. Let me tell you a story about my first anal probe. You guys have heard of that, so you don't ever want to get abducted, but I can tell you this. My first anal probe was back in the summer of '96. Yep, I was taken off-world to a human farm back in the very far reaches of Nebu 6. And I can tell you right now, getting off that farm was everything I could do. One cold night, I was in the back area. I was with a buddy named Gortu, and Gortu was just taken away from me, and they took him in the back room, and we could hear his screams of terror. It was just torrid. You know what was going on. They were pulling his fingernails. They were poking at him and prodding and cutting him open. He didn't give up anything for the Space Alliance. And for that, I salute you, Gortu. But, unfortunately, I was next. And when I got in there, and they gave me the probe, I had to stick it right up that alien's ass. And so, that was my first anal probe. I'm not sure the alien enjoyed it. It looked like the other guys were having more luck with some of the other aliens, but, yeah, I thought they were going to probe me, but the other way around. So, alright, we got Carl's Cat of Marvel has a question. Have you ever fought an alien hand-to-hand? I actually went to a bar on the Zeta A, in the Zeta Reticula Quadrant, and I didn't realize aliens could be gay, but these aliens were gay, but I went in wearing alien face. So yes, got into a little bit of a hand-to-hand situation, and you know, let's just say it didn't go too well. Don't ask. But you know, I thought I was gonna get my ass kicked, and luckily that's the only thing that happened to my ass in that alien bar. So, absolutely strange situation. All right. So we also have amazing weapons. You might have remembered that $3 trillion went missing recently from the government's tax money. That $3 trillion that is unaccounted for by the Pentagon or anyone else. And I just happen to know exactly where that went. I was part of that operation. And we took that money. I didn't spend it, but I definitely got some of the action and some of the toys that came with it. And when we... Plug in Dolly. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for joining Chet Masterson, Special Agent. All right. Do aliens have pets? Yes. They call them humans. I know, disappointing answer, but pretty basic. But yes, aliens do have pets. But oddly enough, I did want to mention this. For when I first started meeting the aliens, all different kinds, you know, every single one of them were convinced that cats were our leaders. And I asked them why one day. I actually asked Bill, and luckily he wasn't hungry. He says, Yeah, we thought that cats were your leaders for the longest time because so many people post these videos of cats on YouTube. I said I could see where you get the confusion. Absolutely. And so, when Bob fell out at light speed, it did shred him, and then everybody else got eaten alive. It was really horrible. Eaten alive is the craziest story I've ever told. I don't think I can ever repeat that again, so you guys got to hear a real gem there. Really crazy situation, and yeah, he did make out with the $3 trillion, which, of course, is why it's missing, but oh, I can't ever tell that story again. It's a lot to bear, so thanks for hearing me out on that one. It was quite a lot. But okay, back to the chat. See, we have Kathleen Cringy. That's a great name. Great name. Are Xenomorphs real? And what do they do beyond murder? Oh wow, it takes me back to LB426. This was about, gosh, I don't know, about 30 years ago or so. I was a youngster, man. They had me out there at almost 15 years old, just going ahead and, you know, being in the thick of things with the aliens, the acid, and, you know, the Xenomorphs get a bad rap because those were some escaped convicts that actually massacred all those people on that planet. But the second time around, we got to meet people like Patricia and Bill. Well, people, they're Xenomorphs, but really good aliens, really good-hearted altogether. Yes, they have acid for blood and 3 sets of teeth and such, but 2 sets of teeth. Who's counting, right? But anyway, they had a giant carnival the day that the humans and the Xenos signed the treaty. And, yep, there was a kissing booth. Patricia the Xenomorph was at the kissing booth. And I gotta tell you, nobody walked away from that kissing booth unhappy. They just didn't walk away. But anyway, maybe it's not such a good story. But anyway, it was quite a day. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I got a super chat from Dat Butthole, $69, buddy. Thank you. And use all the money I can. I'm trying to get the truth out here. Give you guys intel. So, let's talk about this. What's your super chat, dude? What up with alien abductions? Yep. Alien abductions are fascinating, but let's not get carried away. The truth is recently, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, I was out on Klingon. It's a moon that orbits Uranus, and they had abducted, God, I think it was the Greys. They abducted, oh, it might have been the Reticulans, but anyway, they abducted 400,000 Chinese nationalists. They needed them to work on some spacecraft or something, but they didn't think about it. They got, you know, housewives for some reason. Not really sure why they did that, but I don't think that they're thinking all the way sometimes. They can read your mind, but it doesn't mean they're smart. That's for sure. But yeah, so they got about 400,000 of them, and when I landed with my unit, just a handful of us obviously, and we got down there, we were really hungry, and they made some jerk rub chicken fried rice, and let me tell you, at first it was really delicious. I don't know what it was. It had a strange taste, and you know, I asked one lady, I asked the cat lady what it was, and she said, you know, nothing actually, and I couldn't find her cats anywhere. I don't know why they were calling her cat lady, but nonetheless, it was pretty weird. And then I saw an alien over near the kitchen, standing erect and jumping up and down and squirting milk out of its head, and I just thought, oh my God. So, you know, I was like, you know, that better not be why they call it jerk rub, to be honest. That kind of freaked me out, so I stopped eating it. At first, I gotta say, it was not too bad. Alright, let's go back to the chat, guys. Rihanna Johnson's Panties. Yeah, good name, buddy. Do aliens have robots? By the way, I want to have your babies, Chet. Oh, okay, so Rihanna, I got you, you're a woman. You want to have my babies? Well, I appreciate that. I'll take that as a compliment. But here's the thing. During training, I actually had surgery, special surgery, non-elective surgery, by the way. And so apparently, they didn't want, you know, us having frivolous activities. And with the aliens, no hybrids are allowed, of course. And so they fixed that. I cannot impregnate a female. And for that matter, I'm not quite sure. I've never run up a male I can impregnate. But, you know, apparently they fixed that too. Oddly enough, they fixed something on me that I never knew about. Nordics can impregnate human males, and they fixed that on me too, and I have to say, I couldn't sit down for a month. It was crazy. But anyway, those Nordics are real crazy too, so you gotta watch out for them. They think they're so smart. They think they're so pretty. They think their brain's so big. Yeah, but they might have a big brain, maybe. But they ain't got big something else. I'll tell you that right now. But, yeah, anyway, the surgery works, so never mind. We got another guy here. It's Jack Shocked. He says, you should never let an alien robot near you, right? I said, that's right. I'm telling you, you should never let an alien robot near you. And by the way, the Greys are kind of that way. They're not really human. I mean, they're not really aliens. They're not alive per se. Think of them like a machine, but they're made out of like a material I've never seen before. It's a skin type material, but it's not flesh and it's not metal. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's not plastic either. Nope. But yeah, they're sort of these machines, so just know that. No, you should not let them alien robots near you, buddy, because check it out. Alien robots can only jack on. So if you ever get near one that's been jacked on, do not attempt to jack it off. You will get shocked and likely hospitalized if you do not die. So definitely try to do the right thing there. Anyway, I've got to get going. I have a sensor behind me. I can see over there. My red light's beeping. I absolutely should not be doing this particular conversation or chat with you guys. Thanks for the super chats. It doesn't look like I missed any, but yeah, I've got more coming up. Gosh, guys, I really can't stick around. But listen, I will find an undisclosed location, and I will get back to you guys ASAP. This is Chet Masterson with the Blackhole Bullchat. Chet Masterson, Special Agent, out. The sock puppet, oh, it's filling up real quick. It's really warm down there.